Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.
Before I let you go, Johnny, just want to clear something else up. You had Tyson on Talk Sport. Now, I can't remember whether it was you or Spencer Oliver. Spencer, I think, said he picks Joshua because of heart and grit. And I think you said because Joshua is an all-round better fighter than Tyson.
I didn't say it's not. No. I didn't say he was an all-round better fighter because he's not. Tyson Fury technically is the best.
What did you say? Why did you pick Joshua? What was your reasoning?
I picked Joshua because I think in every department he can give a good representation himself. He can fight, and I mean he can fight inside. He can fight. He can box. Can't box as good as Tyson Fury. I think he can fight better, but I don't think he can box better. So if you can box and you can fight, they both got heart. They both got grit. They both got determination. To me, it's so close and it's so subjective. And that's what I said. I think in regards to saying all around technically better, I don't think Spencer meant that Anthony Joshua is technically a better boxer than Tyson Fury because Ian, I think technically the best two heavyweights out there are technically are Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. And I think Alexander Usyk, we will see where he stands in the gate of the heavyweight division when he fights Derek Chisora on the 31st.
So was it Spencer who said he'd pick Joshua because of heart and grit? It must have been him, wasn't you?
Yeah, must be him.
Tyson seemed a bit agitated by both your picks, really.
Yeah, of course, because if you meet someone and say, I don't think you win, of course you're going to defend yourself. You're not going to like it. It's not personal. It's just an opinion. And so you can't, and the problem is this, when people see Tyson Fury, if they think he's going to win or lose, they're not going to say, I think you're going to lose. They'll either say nothing, avoid him, or tell him what he wants to hear. And this is Tyson Fury's words, they're shithouses. They're the ones, because I would appreciate somebody telling me their truth than telling me what they think I want to hear. And I respect someone's honesty and directness. Don't bullshit. Don't blow smoke on my ass. And so you listen to each time Tyson Fury calls somebody a shithouse. You ask yourself, why does he call him a shithouse? You know, because you're full of shit, or you just tell me what I hear, but I've heard what you said elsewhere. I don't play that game. It's like, what kind of a person are you? You got to stick to with what you're saying. And again, I actually like Tyson Fury. A lot of his boys, I get on with a lot of his, I actually get on with him well, I think. Massive respect to his pops. I think he's probably his dad is probably one of the most underrated readers of our game going. Maybe his delivery is a bit too aggressive or scary for the people that are listening to it. But his dad he reads our game so good. He read Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder down to a T. And they kind of mocked him. They kind of ignored him. They're like, yeah, whatever. I think he's a great reader of the game. And so, again, with those two fighting, and if you ask him to honestly speak and to ask him about the Joshua fight. Of course, he's going to pick his son, but he'll say it's not an easy fight. He rates Usyk massively, and so when he sort of talks through them, he'll break it down. He'll say how it is. Listen to the words. Listen to what he's saying. So again, I think we're in a great position where we've got two heavyweights that can be like at the top of the string. We've got two heavyweights that are here in England. How times have changed, that will put them one of the biggest fights in the world. And again, you never know if Tyson and Joshua fight in the same card next month in December. You never know.
What makes you say that? Just lastly, what makes you say that Joshua can fight better than Fury? You said Fury can box better than Joshua, but someone who's got the canvas against Wilder in the first fight in the 12th round, and then arguably won the rest of the round, the Steve Cunningham fight, the McDermott fights, etc. What makes you say that one of them can have a scrap better than the other?
Okay, then, so let's pick Joshua. Joshua got rocked by Dillian Whyte, who's a bastard who can fight for fun, and still came back to end up tearing him up and knocking him out. Joshua got manhandled by Klitschko. That was beaten by Fury before that, but it's not about, it's how he dealt with it, the knockdown. I think when he got done by Ruiz, that the inexperience of not knowing what to do it said so much in that fight. But what I loved is how I came back from it, because everybody and his mother said Anthony Joshua should not go back in with Andy Ruiz, because mentally you're mentally going to be scarred. He's mentally, you've got to get it out of your head. And I mean, people that are going to his face telling him, "Oh, you're done." And I know what those people are saying when he's not there, right? But what did he do? He stuck to his guns. He got his mind strong, said, "I'm going to do this." Stuck to a game plan, made sure it was his next fight, and did the impossible. You look at how long he's been boxing, and in the space he's been boxing from 18 years old, look at what he's achieved. So look at them and him then doing that, getting turned over by Ruiz, then coming back in the next fight to beat Ruiz, to outbox Ruiz. And so it shows mental strength. It shows cojones. And that's the person he is, just like Tyson Fury. Just like Tyson Fury. So what I'm saying is that as an all-rounder, when it comes to that mental strength, and again, and the other thing was this, and again, if I'm quoted, if I'm wrong, I apologise. The other thing is this, so Joshua fought Dillian Whyte. He beat Dillian Whyte after getting rocked. Dillian Whyte's got himself into a position, but what's happened in his last fight, to be a threat to the heavyweights. Dillian Whyte's the only fighter I've heard Tyson Fury hasn't shouted out. And regardless, all right, let's ignore what was said, what's been said, and what's happened behind closed doors with them. Why? Because Tyson Fury is a fighting man. So I know Dillian Whyte is nightmares to everybody. You never know. Right now, people are thinking, yes, I know how to take that boy out. It's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Pulev took him out with, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua. Boxing-wise, technique-wise, I'd lean towards Tyson Fury. That's just my opinion.
Okay, Johnny Nelson, I know you're busy with Sky now. As you said, you're busier at home than when you're going to work, so I'll let you go. Thanks for your time. We'll catch up soon, all right?
Nice one, Drake. Peace.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.